Silver price talk, everything has changed. This endeavor that we are in, our plan to stack silver, to hold that physical metal in our hand, it has completely changed. And this really started into effect about 3 years ago. And it's continuing. In this video, I'm going to show you that we really need to break our old ways. And we need to see what's happening with these changes because it's a new game. And to ignore it, it's just impossible. We can't ignore it. Now, I'm going to start. I just did a Google search and I literally Googled cheap silver stock. That's what I Googled. And this came up, right? I'm not bashing this company. I have nothing to do with this company. Nobody's sponsoring this video. I'm just a regular guy, silver stacker, and I just Googled this to show you an example. So here we could see the price of this stock. This is a silver mining company. First Majestic Silver Corp. And it's $6 for this stock, which is low, right? It's very low. And what we need to take into account is there's two different ways that silver has changed. The first is that we've always wanted to hold that metal in our hand. We've always wanted to stack silver. I've been stacking silver for years. And if you're like me, if you've been stacking for years and decades, you know that's the whole point is to hold our wealth in our hands. But what's changed is that the green revolution is with us. It is full force. And sure, we could close our eyes, we could cover our ears and just pretend that it's not happening, but it is happening. And because this is happening, the demand for silver is just enormous. It cannot be put into words. It is so different. The ratio of available silver compared to the demand for silver because of this industry that requires silver, EVs, solar, it is totally different than what we experienced 5 years ago, 3 years ago. It's totally different. And because of that, we need to look at what's going on. So here's what's going on. First, let me see if I could show you this this will make it easier. Now, please hit like and subscribe if you're enjoying this video. It really helps to get this information out there. Now, the easiest way to understand this, or the most efficient way, is to see the difference between buying a silver stock and an ETF, right? So here, this shows us really, again, I just Googled this, and this is explaining that an ETF is really a basket of goods. That's all it is. It's a basket of stocks. You're not just getting one stock, you're getting a basket. So typically, and especially these days with this change in the silver market, people are going for a silver ETF, which means that they're getting a portfolio of many different companies that are mining silver, right? And that's a common way to do it. But what I want you to see is that as silver stackers, and one thing about us as a community is we are often geared toward the underdog, right? We're often, I know I have that in my personality. I know you do too. We often look for the underdog because we live in this country where the elites are running everything. And so it's the underdog that we're always drawn to. So an ETF is not the underdog. An ETF is a company that's trading a basket of stocks. Now, this first screen that I showed you, see if I can get back to it. This company, this is just one single stock, right? This is $6 for this one stock. And now if we look here, this is an ETF. Again, I'm not bashing these companies. I don't want any lawsuits. This is Aberdeen, right? ABRDN here, Aberdeen Physical Silver ETF. So let's look at how they're doing. Now, if you go back 5 years, if you look over the past 5 years, actually, let's do the max. Let's go the farthest back. Look, they're going all the way back to 2009. And you can see $13. That's what it's trading at, $13, which like these prices are similar to the actual price of silver. And if we follow it up, we could see that now just lately, just literally in the past, since, look, that's 2020, past 4 years, we're really seeing a nice rise in the value of this stock, going up to $29. Again, that's similar to what we're paying for our physical ounce of silver. And this is an ETF. So we could see that the basket of stocks is trading pretty similarly to the price of silver, price of physical silver that we're paying. Now let's go back to our to this First Majestic. Let's click the max. So here, look, here's your underdog. Now this is a single stock, and you could see that. Look, yeah, of course, 2011, our crisis, like we had a big bump in silver. So this did really well. But now you see they're going differently. It's coming down. So this tells us, and again, like what I'm trying to show you in this video is that we can look at silver in a different way when we follow this pattern for these stocks, because this is a single stock and it's really an underdog. It's, look, $5.92, right, for a share. So it's really low. Whereas the ETF is selling at more closer to what we're paying for spot. Let me look at it at a different way. Here, this shows you pros and cons of investing in a single stock compared to an ETF. So here, advantages, and this is like it's like a random website that I pulled up. I can't even see. It's like bank.com or something. It says advantages of investing in stocks. Investing in an individual stock can deliver very high returns, and you won't be taxed on any capital gains until you sell in a taxable account. A single stock can potentially return a lot more, and this is what I'm trying to show you today. Look at this. Can potentially return a lot more than an ETF, where you see the weighted average performance of the holdings. So for the ETF, there's going to be stocks in that basket that are performing very high, and there's stocks that are performing very low, and you're just getting the weighted average. And that's the difference between going with it for an underdog, like I was showing you here, this underdog for $6, right? Now, as this green revolution rolls out, we really need to look at what's going on here, because this is unprecedented for silver. This demand that we have for silver it's increasing and increasing every month. China is having their silver rush. They are all in on silver. They want to be the top of the EV market. They want to be the top of the solar market. And if we as silver stackers can break from that mindset where we must hold that silver in our hand, what's happening now is totally different, because we never saw such demand for silver ever. We've never seen such a large demand. And that's why this game has changed. So if we could break from that mindset of needing to hold that silver in our hand and look at some of these underdogs like this, again, this company is not sponsoring me at all. I just pulled this up just as an example. You could see, like, that is, $6 for a share, $6.02 for a share. This has the potential to really outperform what you get from an ETF and to really shoot up high because of this new demand. If you're enjoying this video, please hit like, please hit subscribe. It really helps to get this information out there, and I'll see you in the next one.